what was the recruiting process like when you, I mean, just a year ago you were going through this recruiting process, one of the top prospects in the state of Iowa in swimming and diving. I mean, what was that recruiting process like for you?
Yeah, recruiting was probably the most stressful time in my life. I was on phone calls like numerous times a day with a ton of different schools, and ultimately it just came down to where I thought I'd fit in the best. And when I came here, I really didn't have any intentions of coming here right when I first started getting recruited, but when I came here for my official visit, I knew it was a place for me, and I knew I wanted to stay home.
What were some of the other schools that were reaching out to you?
I visited Ohio State and Auburn, but I talked to, I can't even count how many, but
a lot of schools were interested.
Big Ten schools, SECs, yeah.
Wow, the whole lot of different conferences, all Division I, they all were interested in Olivia Swalley.
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, why Iowa? Why did you decide to stay in the state and become a Hawkeye?
Well, I really just wanted to be a part of rebuilding the team ever since what happened in 2020 with it getting reinstated too. I thought it'd be really cool to try and rebuild the program, and this opportunity I couldn't pass it up. The facilities, the coaches, everybody here, it was such an amazing opportunity.
What were those conversations like in the recruiting process with head coach Nathan Lunt and the other coaches and things like that? What were those conversations like which brought you here to Iowa?
Nate was actually my first call, my first recruiting call. I was at lunch and just had to step out for 10 minutes and told me he was interested, and then we kind of followed up like every 1-2 weeks and just caught up, and I could tell he really cared about me and kind of like where my swimming career was going, and he helped me realize that Iowa was the place for me and just wanted to stay here and help rebuild it.
When was the first time he reached out to you? Was it not till your senior year, or was he on the phone with you pretty early?
There's kind of a rule on when you can start recruiting, and I think it's like June 15th of going into your junior year.
Gotcha.
So June 15th.
Right away, he was on the horn with you.
He was the first one.
What was that first conversation like? I mean, if it was your first ever call of getting recruited to go swim collegiately, what was that first phone call like?
I was terrified. I didn't have his name in my phone, so I just answered this random call, and then I was probably shaking and sounded so nervous, but we didn't really talk much about like the numbers yet, and he just told me that he was interested and wanted to follow up soon.
Invite you out to a visit right away.
Yeah, yeah, as soon as he could.
As soon as he could, he was like, we need you in Iowa City to check out these facilities. That's awesome. Well, you talked about how in 2020, one of the big reasons why you wanted to become a Hawkeye was to reinstate this program and build it back up. How important has it been, not just for you, but for other women in swimming and diving, to have Iowa still have women's swimming and diving? Yeah,
it means a lot. We have a lot of posters in our locker room just reminding us of how lucky we are to be here, and we really just hope to bring awareness. Like, it's such a tight-knit group, and everybody's here for one reason, that's to just rebuild it and try and be the best team we can be.
How would you even say that's been built up since you've gotten here? I mean, I know this is still your first year at Iowa, but I feel like even I've become more interested in watching and seeing your guys' growth because of not only just what you have done this season, breaking all these records and climbing the leaderboards, but just what the team has done overall.
Yeah, we're a really young team. We just got a really good freshman class coming in, and we have a lot of good recruits. So I think just like we just came in, we had no expectations. Last year was kind of rough for some, but it was only up from there. And I think we just have a really good positive atmosphere this year, and we know the only place to go is up. So, and we've done that.
Yeah, you guys are up and to the right. It feels like at every single meet, you guys just continue to climb the record book.